Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd do a video I very rarely do, which is a card showcase. I just wanted to get some ideas in front of you because Crafty Stamp Co. released a whole bunch of Halloween stuff as of today, which is the 1st of September, or Labor Day if you're in the US. Basically, four stencils, four stamp sets, and three paper pads. So I thought we could walk through some of the stuff I've done and I can sort of show you each of those things. So let's start out with a movie theme. Well, let's start out with Halloween. Halloween's more fun. So if you remember the Positive Tate's Ocean Adventure, Tate is back. He's back in Halloween form. This is his Positive Tate's Halloween scare. And these aren't very scary. So this is a very, like, if you're looking for cute Halloween, I think this is great. I paired this with one of the new paper pads that's coming out, which is the Boo Bash, which is sort of the cuter one. There's also an Elegantly Eerie paper pad that it wasn't used in any of my cards, but also exists. So this has some really cute things, as well as you'll see in a bit. I comes with some nice patterns and um, things that are sort of distressed looking solids. There's a lot sort of similar to like the vintage Halloween that came out last year. Anyway, so we basically just did that. I thought it looked really good on gray. And Tate's really fun to color just because he's basically round. I actually made his bandages slightly warm gray, which I think kind of sets him off from the ghosts in the background. And then I had some extra ghosty paper. So I just did a little inside work on this one. Basically, these are all colored card bases. So, well, I'll just leave that here, and then we can see sort of the range when we're done. The next one that I'll tell you about is the Going to the Lobby, which is all sorts of movie treats. Got these three guys, and then ooh, a fourth on the inside. But really cute. Same paper pad. This is one of the distressed solids. I think yeah, this is still from Boo Bash. And we have our three guys just sort of hanging out. Very cute. I love the style of this particular stamp set a lot. And then it wouldn't be a Crafty Stamp Co release if we didn't have our Crafty Kids. These are called Movie Time Monsters, and you'll see another one in a minute, but this is the Frankenstein inspired Steven Monster. I don't know if he actually has a name. I just made that one up. But you also get bolts if you want to do bolts on the neck of either this guy or his his little friend. And you get some extra scars and other things you can play around with. I really like how the bandages are done on sort of his head scar. I thought that was a cool. I like the aesthetic of this, and I really liked I used some gray over purple on his pants. I was kind of going for like a he was a dead pirate kind of vibe. I think it worked out pretty well. But really good. More spooky than the other two stamp sets, but not like crazy spooky. And this originally had white polka dots, and I just used some ink on here to kind of mirror this sort of a distressed look. So, like together, I really think these kind of feel like a set. And then my favorite card, which is a card I never make a lot of space at the bottom because I think this was by far my favorite. Um, was that I took our lady who goes with him and the movie time meadow and did a fun movie theater where Meadow is here and is watching TV. This is from the paper pad that coordinates with her, and it's called Lights, Camera, Action. It has a lot of movie paper. It has both this, which I think is a really good. This is a really nice sort of cranberry and almost rose gold stripes that works really well as like Art Deco sort of movie magic kind of vibes. And then they has a countdown, which I thought would be great as a screen here. And then she goes with Frankie, and I decided to just do my own sentiments and cut them out on my Cricut. just because this reminded me of sort of going to see B movies, or maybe a particular movie that homages B movies. You be the judge. And then on the inside, this is just white, as is, I think, well, the other, I think our little guy also is white on the inside. But those were just some of the cards that I made with these stamp sets. And I really think they work together well, especially if you have sort of Meadow like looking at like a movie of some sort, right? I think she would coordinate good with these guys as well, or well, I should say. Anyway, that's what I've been working on this weekend. And if you've picked up these stamp sets or are planning to, let me know. I'm going to be curious to see what you guys make as well, because I think there's just a fun range that you can get out of these, either independently, like these three cards, or you can mix them up together. You could even put either your Tates or you could put all these things on a screen too. So you could have movie meadow and then have sort of a screen. You could probably do some pretty cool fun folds. Anyway, I'll stop rambling, but if you're interested, links are below as always. And I thought this was a really exceptional release. Talk to you guys later and have a great one. Bye bye.